Good morning, class. My name is Teacher Amalina Shaza Alisa. Well, today I will be presenting you to the variation in electronegativity of elements. So kids, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
First of all, you have to know the meaning of electronegativity. Electronegativity means the relative tendency of an atom to attract electrons to itself when chemically combined with another atom. Elements with high electronegativity have greater tendency to attract electrons. Let's take a look at the periodic table of the elements, shall we? So across the periodic table, which is from the left to the right, electronegativity increases.
But why, teacher?
So let's take a look at this example. Carbon and oxygen are from the same period. One carbon atom and two oxygen atoms combine to form a chemical compound. Oxygen atoms attract electrons to itself from carbon. This is because oxygen is more electronegative compared to carbon. Let's take a look at carbon atom. As we all know, carbon atom has 1, 2, 3, and 4 valence electrons. In order for carbon atoms to complete its octet, it shares electrons. So, two oxygen atoms combine to the carbon atom so they form a CO2, or as known as carbon dioxide. But the question is, how can we be sure that oxygen is more electronegative than carbon? Teacher, is it because carbon lies before oxygen in the periodic table? Yes, Ravi, you're absolutely correct. This is because across the period from left to right, the effective nuclear charge increases, which makes the attraction towards nucleus increases, also which makes the size decreases, so electronegativity increases. So the problem is solved. It is proof that oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. As for going down the periodic table of the elements, electronegativity decreases. This is because down a group from the top to bottom, the shielding effect increases, which makes the attraction towards nucleus decreases, and also which leads to the size to be increased. So, electronegativity decreases. To make it easier to remember these kids trying to reach their food. Well, as you can see, it is hard for this little boy to reach his food. This is because the food is put so high away from him. Oh, poor little boy. As for this little girl, it is easier for her to reach her food. This is because the food is put near to her. Well, same goes to these atoms. The further the distance between the valence electron and the nucleus, the lesser the tendency to attract electrons to itself. Now kids, what do you think makes sodium atom more electronegative than potassium atom?
Well, it's because potassium is below sodium in the periodic table. Yeah, and from below the top of the periodic table, the electronegativity increases.
As you can see, the number of shells occupied by electrons in sodium is lesser than in potassium. So, when the number of shells occupied by electron is lesser, the shielding effect decreases, which makes the attraction towards nucleus to increase, and also which leads to atomic size to decrease. Therefore, the electronegativity increases.
Alright, well done kids! Okay, so time's up. I think that's all from me today. Thank you very much. Bye bye, see you next time!